Hi guys, welcome back to episode DB Cast, and today's episode I'll be showing you guys Shariot Renault Grand Scenic. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is guys the Renault Grand Scenic from Shariot itself. So basically this is the, if I'm not wrong, the third generation Grand Scenic before the fourth generation came out, which I already reviewed on my channel. So basically the fourth generation which I've already reviewed is the one from get-go itself. Unfortunately, Shariot doesn't really have the fourth generation in their fleet. Only Tribe and get-go has it. So if you want to try the fourth generation, I'll click it out. You can definitely rent from them. But if you want to know more about the car itself, I'll put it at the end of this video itself. But let me show you guys the exterior, the damages for this vehicle, if there's any, before I show you guys the trunk space as well as the interior itself. So let me just start off with the passenger side itself. So upon first inspection wise, there isn't any obvious damage which I can notice. The rims for this looks quite okay. There isn't any obvious scratch on it. Tires also seem okay for the back. Moving to the front, you just got your usual grime on the tires itself, which is very dirty itself. So yeah, moving to the front of the vehicle, this is how the front of the third generation Scenic look like. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the third generation Scenic because it looked somewhat very ugly for its time. So yeah, so I'm glad they changed it out for the fourth generation itself. But checking on the windscreen itself, there isn't any obvious chip or dent for the vehicle, which is also another good thing. Moving along to the driver's side, no scratches for the rims. Neither the tires are good as well. So yeah, moving along to the back, same thing, which is also a good thing. So yeah, if you're wondering where the fuel door is, well, it's on the right hand side behind the driver itself. So yeah, and that also to give you guys some brief history about this vehicle itself. So basically this is a 7-seater option that is available from Renault. Technically you could also get it in a 5-seater configuration where you lose the third row seating itself and basically have more space for cargo capacity to put your stuff itself. And that could be said for the fourth generation Scenic itself. I'm not too sure before that whether is there anything similar to it. If it is, then it's cool to see that Renault how do I say it? Is they are following along, like basically just carrying forward to the next generation itself. So yeah, and oh yeah, this interior, which is in my opinion is very rare you see a red interior itself. Not too sure whether you can see it, but this car has the the black and red combination with the silver paint, which is something very unique itself. Usually for car sharing vehicles, you don't really get a very nice interior. Most of the time the interior you get is just black, which is the most basic interior you could get it for this vehicle itself. But and that, let me just show you guys the trunk space for the vehicle right now before I show you guys the third row seat as well as the interior itself. So let's dive straight to that. Alright then, now let me just show you guys the trunk space for the Renault Scenic itself. So basically to access the trunk space, just grab hold of this button right down below here, press on it and it will release, and just basically it will open up just like that itself. So if currently right now this is in its 7-seater configuration, so hence it might look a bit weird. So the first step you got to do is, if the headrest is up, you got to lower this headrest down. And let me see if I'm able to show you this. So by pulling this down, this should goes down. Usually if the second row seat is all the way back, you will have to do some shimmering. So by gripping hold on this, pushing the seat forward, and you have to do it for all the other seats so that it will go down perfectly itself. So just let me do that and I'll catch you guys in a moment. Alright, so once the seat are back to its correct position and there's sufficient space for the rear third row seat to go down, just pull on this lever and it should fall down perfectly to its below here itself. I'm not too sure whether you should technically hear a clicking sound, but it should just perfectly goes down like that, and you should have a perfectly flat rear space itself. So yeah, let me see and figure out anything here. Okay, yeah, so this had to go up again. close this perfectly. So yeah, probably just like that itself. So yeah, I'll probably put on screen how much cargo capacity this vehicle has. So yeah, here is it. So yeah, basically that is it. Let me just show you guys this other part of the car. Alright then, now let me just show you guys the inside of the Renault Grand Scenic itself. So to access the third row seating itself is very simple. So just got to put on this lever once, and the seat will just basically drop down. Put on this lever right at the bottom to lift the seat up, and once the seat is up, you're able to access the third row seating itself. So step right in, just climb on that, grab maybe the headrest here, and just drop yourself into the rear of the Scenic, the vehicle itself. So basically once inside, this is what you're basically greeted with itself. And as you guys can see, there's not much legroom itself, and based off the position where my legs are resting, if this seat were to be fully down, I don't really have any space in the rear. So it's very claustrophobic, to be honest. And yeah, but basically you just get a window right here to look out, some storage space right here, and the same goes for the other side. By right, this anchoring point will have been the partial shelf that will, if I'm not wrong, cover up the rear itself. But you do get this weird storage space right here if you want to put your stuff, but looks like there's a junk inside there. But unfortunately this side doesn't really have anything itself. So yeah, headroom wise is not really the best. I got about a piece of headroom space wise for the third row seating itself. The leg wise, yeah, don't even think about it. I don't really have space for the rear itself. So yeah, but basically I really don't have much to say about the third row seating for the Scenic itself. If I remember correctly, if it's the same as the 4th gen, can't really say much, because yeah, not really I really don't have words to describe how bad the third row seating for the Scenic is. So let me just jump right out right now, and I'll catch you guys in the middle row seating itself. So catch you guys. Alright, so yeah, basically to get out of the vehicle itself, you just need to do the other way around, which is to step on maybe the door sill right there and another feet outside itself. But once that's done, you can just push this down, it'll lock it to its position, and just grab hold the lever, which I showed you guys just now, which is that, and you can raise the seat upright itself. So yeah. Alright, now let me just show you guys what you get for the middle row seat itself. Well, this is basically what you're greeted with. I think if you want, let me see. Yeah, you could actually slide all 3 rows seat back and don't give a freak about the third row passenger, so that you have much more space in the center itself. So yeah, so once the second row seat are all pushed back to its furthest position, this is how much legroom space wise you have at the moment itself. So which is quite good itself. I got about almost 2 feet of legroom space wise. Headroom space wise, for headroom wise is about 1/4 of headroom space, which is not too bad, even though there is a panoramic sunroof that comes with this vehicle itself, which I'll show you guys more in details later on. But yeah, let me just show you guys the things that you get in the vehicle itself. Well, same like the 3rd generation Scenic has this very nice picnic table, which you can just lift up from the seat back, and you can put your stuff, and you can probably do some things, or probably put your phone right here or your iPad and just watch video, which is very, very good thing for a family looking for an MPV itself, or a 7-seater car. So yeah, also there's a cup out right here for your paper cup if you want to store it right inside there itself. So yeah, moving along, you got another 2 storage pocket right here to put your stuff if you want to. If not, you can actually put your phone right there itself, and right down below that another storage itself. It's the same for the behind the driver's seat itself. So yeah, oh yeah, let me just shimmy my way to that side. So yeah, so basically that side you got your storage space for your drinks, your window window switch button to wind down the windows, your door release handle to get out of the car, as well as your sun visor itself for the side window. Let's say you do not want the sun coming from this side. And basically this is one of the features I think that got carried over to the 4th generation Scenic itself. So yeah. Alright, how does it feel like to sit in the center itself? Well, since this is an MPV, so legroom space is a 7-seater itself. Legroom space, right? I got tons of legroom. This is adjusted based according to the last previous driving position, which is quite, I think this person is quite tall itself, so hence this driving position itself. Headroom space, right? Since I'm directly above the sunroof itself, so I got about 2 feet of headroom space, right, which is not too bad, but overall still okay lah, in my opinion. So yeah. Also, regarding the center seat itself, there is no indentation where you're sitting at. Unlike some cars where if you're sitting in the center seat, you are able to identify it. But for this scene, this is since you're sitting in the center, technically there's a transmission tunnel right down below, but it's also the good thing about this is it's a flat floor, so you don't really get the transmission tunnel, the hump doesn't really get in the way of it itself. So yeah, that's a good thing. But other than that, last knowledge just got some light right here which can be turned off when the vehicle electric is still on, but once off, then there's no power to the light itself. So yeah, same goes for the sunroof. You can just manually manually open or close according to your preference. But yeah, I think I accidentally closed that part. I think got to do with that button right there itself. So yeah, but other than that, let me just show you guys the front of the car right now. Alright, then now let me just show you guys the front of the vehicle itself. So stepping right into the front of the driver's seat, this is basically what you're being greeted with itself. So yeah, basically this interior is, I would say, early 2010 era, so you got this kind of screen itself. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. Initially when I first saw the photos for this generation brand Scenic, I'm not a big fan of that, which is the what that's called, the navigation screen right here and the speedo right there, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, over time I just got used to it itself. So yep. Alright, moving along, you got one storage space right here, which is not really much you could put inside. Probably just the owner's manual and some etc. This is just plastic itself, so can't really put stuff. So yeah. Moving along, you got another small storage space right here. You got another storage space right here if you want to. The cup holders right down below. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering how to adjust this, just hold this lever and just slide it forward or slide it back itself. So yeah, you can put stuff right there. But for the armrest is this inner button right here, which you got to feel it to that one itself. So yeah, and the storage space in the center really not really the best either. So if you ask me out of 10 how would I rate the Scenic storage space, probably would give it a 3, because there isn't any big storage space I could put my more back if I want to itself. So yeah. Alright, moving along, you got your controls right here for the infotainment, which I'll show you guys later on. Your gearbox right here. You got, apparently I think this is your cruise control and your speed limiter, which is a very weird placement to put it at. You got your electronic parking brake, your saving or your audio function, which in conjunction with this itself, your AC controls right there, and that's basically, and your start stop button, turn on and turn off the car itself. Right at top, just your center locking for the car doors. It has a light button and the thing right here to open and close the air vent itself. So yeah, moving along, now let me just show you guys the wheel. Wheel itself is very simple itself. You got in the center just your horn. This I think is for the cruise control, which if it's turned on right here, you can actually adjust the speed right here itself. This I have no idea what it does, so probably I'll figure out later on. Moving to the stocks right now, you just got your indicator stocks right here. Your high beam, which to flash, just pull back to flash your high beams. Pull forward, yeah, and you got your adjusting a light switch right here if I'm not wrong. Yeah, your light switch control right here itself. So that's that. Oh yeah, and you got your fog light button right here itself, if you're wondering. On the other side is just your wipers. So basically your main wipers all the way down, all the way up. And your rear wipers right here itself. So yeah. Last but not least, you got your infotainment controls right here, which is a very weird placement to put it at. Normally you put it on the wheel, but somehow for this generation of Scenic, it is right on the dials right here itself. So to adjust the volume, you just this up and down button. To pick up and close, this center button right here itself. You can basically feel it if you want to adjust the respective control itself. Same goes for the radio and the media button, which is safe right on top here. Moving along, you just got your, not too sure you can see this or not, but you got your main headlight, the dimming switch right here, your gauge brightness, your traction control button, and a blank button right there itself. So yeah, last but not least, just got your 4 window switches right here. This prevent people from rolling down the windows. This is to this is to adjust the mirrors on either side, and this is to fold in the mirrors itself. So if you want to adjust the mirrors, just do this and you can just adjust it accordingly itself. So yeah. Alright, last but not least, you just got your sun visor right here with a very nice mirror, but unfortunately the light doesn't work anymore, so that's a pity. You got this very nice slot right here if you want to put your stuff, and this can also be swiveled to the right hand side if I'm not wrong. If not, yeah, sorry, can't. Same for the passenger, got a very nice mirror which works, but no card holder itself. And right here you got your sunroof thingy right here, which can be used to open this, but I'll show you guys later when the car is on itself. So yeah, other than that, that's basically it for the car itself. Now let me just turn on and show you the vehicle turn on the vehicle itself. Alright, so yeah, let me just show you guys the window switches, right? The panoramic sunroof. So basically to do that, you just twist that. Oh yeah, basically the other way, sorry. This is manually adjusted, so you got to remove the latch right there itself. So yeah, that's that. So basically that's the panoramic sunroof. To open and just twist the other way. To close it, you just twist it to left to close, right to open itself. Basically that's that. You got this screen right here, which can be adjusted using this key. So menu, you just go back to the menu, which is right here. Then you can just swivel wherever you want to do it itself. Basically it's like a very early 2000 thing itself. So everything got to be controlled right here. You got your home button, which can be go back there. This also can be twisted down, up, left or right. And let's even go to audio, go to that. Then you can just adjust the frequency via that itself. So yeah, basically I think that's basically it I want to say for this vehicle itself. Let me see, I'm missing on anything. Yeah, AC control is very simple itself. If I forgot to mention just now, these two are basically the control the fan speed, front and rear defrost, turn off your AC, and I think this basically turn off completely. And you got adjusting right here itself. So yeah, that's basically that. And if you're wondering where the fuel door is for this vehicle, I think should be somewhere, but let me just show you how to adjust the steering wheel for this vehicle itself. So basically to adjust the wheel itself, there's this lever right here, which you can feel it is right here. The seat is just right down below here itself. This right here for the how forward, how back. You got the height of the seat right here, and your angle of the seat is right at the back. You just need to feel at the back of the seat. You will feel the knot to adjust the angle of the seat itself. So yeah. Oh yeah. Before I end off the video, let me talk about something about the panoramic sunroof. So basically, this is the as you guys can see, this is the split panoramic sunroof that the 3rd generation Renault Scenic has. So basically, this, in my opinion, this is technically not a bad design, but I think the 4th generation Scenic has the full glass, so it look much better. But the only issue I can see is if let's say the driver want the sunlight coming in, but the passenger do not want. This is technically a good idea, but it doesn't really have a full like roofless feeling itself. So in my opinion, I think this is much better itself compared to the 4th gen itself. But yeah, moving on to another issue I have with this car is basically this car has, as you guys can see, the seatbelt buckle or the driver's seat has already, the casing somehow is missing itself, so this definitely has some issues. So if you have to rent this car, just do mind that even though your seatbelt is buckled up, the seatbelt warning will still chime at you until you basically will still chime even though you have the seatbelt. So it will just probably go back, it will probably go away after a few minutes itself. And do note that at the start it will be a gentle chime, but after it will become very annoying itself. But that is one thing you can't really avoid, because even though your seatbelt is buckled, it will still chime, which is very annoying itself. So that's another issue for this car itself. Another issue I have with this car is I'm not too sure whether this has recirculation and a cabin, which is usually quite common in cars nowadays, but I can't really figure out from here. I'm guessing it's this, but the buttons are already quite worn out, so hence I'm not able to really identify it itself. So yeah, that's nothing you guys should take note. Another thing to take note, I forgot to mention about the infotainment just now is even though you can control from here, which is very interesting, it's basically just swivel up, down, left, right. To select is a bit weird, which is there's no tactile feeling where you have selected onto the item. It's like you have to press down hard so that the system there will recognize it as you have already selected the item. If not, it will just not select at all. So yeah, alternatively, if let's say if you do not want to press this nor control this QS thingy right behind here, which is the alternate one, you could actually touch the screen right there. But one issue I have is it's a bit far. So imagine you're driving and you want to touch that, it's like you have to reach all the way forward just to adjust whatever thing right here, if let's say you do not want to adjust the controls here. Lastly, for this, as you guys can see, this is the digital screen. There's basically two screens itself lah. So one thing is you can see there's a rev counter, but there's no speedo. So that's one thing. The speedo is the one just right beside it, but you can't really see your actual speed like a conventional analog car itself, which is a bit weird. For the 4th generation Scenic, which I already reviewed, I feel that's much better, because I'd rather you get a full speedo right in the center telling you how fast you're going rather than a rev counter itself. To be honest, rev counter is a bit useless for this one. I'd rather you show me a full speed itself. Lastly, there's no way of changing this at all. So the only thing you can change right in front of you is that screen itself. This you can't really change. The only thing you can see is your fuel gauge, which is right here, your engine temp, your average fuel consumption, and when the car is at a hill start, it'll basically show you, it'll hold the vehicle for you, and you'll basically show a symbol showing the car at a incline itself. That's basically it, which I observed so far. Oh yeah, lastly, let me just show you guys the cruise control, how it works. So basically how it works is basically you just click on this switch and it will just appear right there. Same for speedo itself. No, sorry, cruise control and speed limiter. To control it is right this control here to increase and decrease speed. To resume and cancel is right here itself. So basically there's no controls to adjust anything on the screen, which I already mentioned itself. So yeah, and that is basically it lah. So this is how your reversing camera looks like. To be honest, not really the best itself, but at least you still can see some stuff around with the parking sensors right beside it, which is not too bad. But I think the 4th gen, which I'm going to mostly refer to previously, is much better itself lah. So I think that's basically it for this video itself. If you guys enjoyed the video itself, do click the subscribe button down right below to see more videos like this, or please subscribe and please see my 2 other videos. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.